Hello everybody, welcome to GIS E-Pathshala, Social Science Geography, Chapter 2 Physical Features of India. See, we have seen the physical features of India. In that, we have seen about the Himalaya ranges. Now, today we are going to see some more features of India. Northern plains. See, the northern plain is given in this map. See, three parts are there. Below the Himalayan ranges, the second part is coming, that is the northern plains, and there are three parts in that: Punjab plains, Ganga plains, and Brahmaputra plains. Now, the northern plains has been formed by the interplay of the three major river systems, namely the Indus, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries. See, northern plain has been formed by the major three river systems, namely the Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries. This plain is formed of alluvial soil because the rivers are bringing along with that, though the rivers are bringing with them the soil, so that is the form of alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvial in a vast basin lying at the foothills of the Himalaya over millions of years formed this fertile plain. See, all the deposition is coming the foothills of the Himalaya, and the deposition is there in millions of years and form these fertile plains. From million of years, the deposition is coming, and this is deposited down, and these fertile plains are formed. It spreads over the area of an 7 lakh square meter. This plain being about 2400 kilometer long and 250 to 320 kilometers broad. See, somewhere it is broad and somewhere it is little bit narrow. So the broadness is 320 to 240 and the length is 2400 kilometer. Is a densely populated physiographic division, and in that those areas, plain areas, population is dense. Now the northern plain is divided into three sections: the Punjab plain, the Ganga plain, and the Brahmaputra plain. See, the Punjab plain. Punjab plain forms the western part of the northern plains. This is formed by the Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, and Satluj. A major portion of this plain is in Pakistan. See, now in Punjab region is there in Pakistan also and in India also. But the major part is after the India-Pakistan partition is in Pakistan only. Doabs around in this plains. See, Doabs means, Ab means in Punjabi language it is water, and Do means two. Two water bodies से बना हुआ part, that is the doab. Now Punjab also ab is coming. Punjab means, ab means water, and sponge means five. So the five river, because of the five rivers, the whatever the part is there, that is the Punjab. Because in Punjab the five rivers are there, and in between the five river the area is there, that is the Punjab. Ganga plains. This plain extends between Ghaghar and the Tista rivers. The northern states Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, part of Jharkhand and West Bengal lie in Ganga plains. See, Punjab plains, mostly Punjab area is there. In Ganga plains, which regions are coming? Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, part of Jharkhand and West Bengal. It is in the middle part, that is the Ganga plain. In Brahmaputra plain, this plain forms eastern part of the northern plains lies in Assam. That is the eastern part of the northern plains lies in Assam side. So these are the three parts: Punjab plain, Ganga plain, and Brahmaputra plain. Now, based on the relief features, the northern plain can be divided into four regions: Bhabar, Terai, Bangar, and Khadar. Now see Babar. After descending from the mountains, the river deposits pebbles in narrow belts. The width of this belt is about 8 to 16 kilometer, and it lies parallel to Shivaliks. This region is known as Babar. All the streams disappear on this region. See, Babar means from the river is bringing all the things, the sleet and the pebbles and all the things with it. And when all the things are coming at the foothills, near the foothills, the pebbles are not moving ahead, and near the foothills, the pebbles are more. Stones, pebbles are there, and that belt is known as the narrow belt is known as the Bhabar. And there only these stones are there, pebbles are there, because of there the water is going below those stones and pebbles. You cannot see the water. So you feel that suddenly the river is disappeared. The river, you cannot see the river there. Terai. The Terai region lies towards south to the Babar belt. See, first from the foothills, near the foothills, the Babar region is there. After the Babar region, what is coming south side? The after the Terai is coming. In this region, the streams reappears and make a wet, swampy and marshy region. There, what happens? Again, you can see the river. The streams are there, and that made a wet, swampy and marshy region. The marshy region is there. Wet, swampy region is there. Now, Bhangar. Bhangar means a word is similar to Bhangar you are saying. Bhangar is the largest part of the northern plain and is composed of the oldest alluvial soil. See, when the river is coming and in the beginning where the alluvial soil is there, it is depositing the soil, that is the Bhabar part. From the long time it is there only, that alluvial soil is there only. These lie above the flood plains. This lie about the flood plains. Now see, for flood plain is that part of the river there where the flood is coming. Suppose when the flood is coming, both the sides the river extends. When the flood is coming, both the side the river extends and up to the end level it is depositing the soil. But when the flood is not there, after the flood again the river is becoming narrow, and where the extended portion is there, in the extended portion it has deposited the river has deposited the soil, alluvial soil. So this, whenever the flood is coming, this procedure is going on. So again and again that part is getting the new alluvial soil. Because of this, that is lie above the flood plain. Because lie above the flood plain. So above the flood plain, the Bhangar region is there. So because there the whatever soil is coming, that is there only. Again and again that part is not getting new soil. And whatever is in a flood plain, that part is getting again and again new soil. So that is the old one. That is why it is called the Bhangar region. They lie above the flood plains. They resemble terraces. Terrace type part is there. The soil of this region is locally known as kankar and is composed of calcareous deposits. Now, Khadar. The food plains formed by the younger alluvial are called Khadar. Because of the flood plains, I told you during the flood, the river extends both the sides. So that part that is getting the alluvial soil again and again, that is part is called the Khadar. The soil in this region is renewed every year and it's thus highly fertile. So every year the new soil is coming, that is why that part is highly fertile. Now, Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau is a tableland. It is composed of the oldest rock because it was formed from the drifted part of the Gondwana land. Broad and shallow valleys, rounded hills are the characteristics and features of this plateau. See, plateau is a tableland type and it is a high, but it is a tableland. Suppose table is flat like that, flat, it is a flat also. See, mountain, the peaks are there, points are there, but in plateau, the tableland is there, so it is flat. Now, the plateau can be broadly divided into two regions, Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. See, the Central Highlands lies to the north of the Narmada River. It covers the major portion of Malwa Plateau. The rivers in this region flow from southwest to northwest. See, from the southwest to northwest the rivers are going because the plateau is little bit declining in the west side. The plateau is declining like this east side. Now, the Central Highland lies to the north of the Narmada River. See, north of the Narmada River means above the Narmada River, north of the Narmada River. It covers the major portion of the Malwa Plateau. The rivers in this region flow from the southwest to northwest. From the southwest to northwest, which indicates the slope of this region. See, the rivers in this region flow from southwest to northwest, which indicates the slope of the region. Because the rivers are flowing this side, the slope is that side only. It is wider in the west and narrow in the east. It is wider in the west and narrow in the east. Bundelkhand, Bhagelkhand mark eastward extension of this plateau. This plateau further extends eastward into the Chota Nagpur Plateau. See, in these Central Highlands, what are coming? Malwa Plateau, Bundelkhand, Bhagelkhand and Chota Nagpur Plateau. This part is in the Central Highland. Now Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau lies to the south of the Narmada River. See, it is south of the Narmada River. So in India's map, in between we are showing the Narmada River. So below the Narmada River, it is triangular in shape. Triangular in shape. The Saputara range makes its northern part. In the Saputara range is there on the northern part. The Mahadev, Kaimur hills and Mikal range make its eastern part. Eastern side these hills are there. The slope of the Deccan Plateau is from west to east. The slope of the Deccan Plateau is from west to east. So it is from west to east side. It extends into the northeast, which encompasses Meghalaya, Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Kachar Hills, Gero, Khasi and Janaita Hills are prominent ranges starting from west to east. All these hills and ranges are there. Now Western and Eastern Ghat. They make the western and eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau. See, Deccan Plateau is a triangular type, so it makes the western and eastern edges. The average elevation of Western Ghat is 900 to 1600 meters compared to 600 meters in case of Eastern Ghats. The Eastern Ghats stretches from Mahanadi Valley to Nilgiris in the south. The Western Ghat causes oceanographic rain and as the face the rain laden winds from the west. See, now that it is given Central Highland. This is the Deccan Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. See, in this also it is given, see, Vindhyas and Saturas, Chota Nagpur Plateau, Arauli ranges is there. See, this side Arauli range is there. Down Western Ghat is there, Eastern Ghat